Good morning, Nick Recycled fans and followers. And this is Nick Maniscalco on Nick Recycled. And today I have just a random thought. Will you go to hell for speeding? I've never thought, well, I should say I have thought of this, but, because isn't it you go to hell if you create one sin? And wouldn't speeding be breaking the law? So that would be causing you to sin. I know this is spiritual, and I'm one of these what is it? There's, trying to remember the chess game. There's what are the little guys? It's like the queens, the king, queen, knight, bishops. Oh. A pawn? Is that what they're called? I don't think that's it, but I'm one of the lowly of the low. I'm not anything in the, like, I'm not a pastor or anything. So, but I was just thinking, like, because everybody does it. Like, you are looked down upon if you aren't going 5 over many places, except for maybe Oregon. I got my only ticket that I've ever gotten in Oregon in 2007. I was fuming mad. I was so mad. But that's beside the point. There's other things. I was speeding, but nobody was on the road beside me. It was going up to Mount Hood. We were going skiing. There were 3 other guys with me. It was in the middle of the summer, and we were going skiing on Mount Hood. Yeah, it was fun until I got that ticket, and that wrecked my entire day skiing. I was livid. I was so mad the entire day because I was going, I think, 65, and like then it went down to 55 or 45 or something, and I was coasting. You could see the sign in my rear view mirror. Like, yeah, I had passed it and I was speeding. Technically, nobody else is on the road. Nobody's around. I go through a small, like, I don't remember, it was like a 10 store, it was a small, I don't even want to call it a town. I think there was a gas station there. Yeah, so I was going through that, and there's a cop hiding, and I don't know why he was hiding. There's nothing really to hide from. So yeah, but this is totally off subject. I was talking about going to hell. Yeah, I was like, well, it's been 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, I think. It's been 4 years. Wow, that's been a long time. I was in a relationship with a Canadian. I was going up to visit her, and it was fairly late at night. I left my house at 8, maybe 7, yeah, 7 or 8, I don't know, we'll call it 7:30 for good measure. So I'm driving, and it takes 2 hours from my house to the border, and then it was a 6-hour drive, so it would be 4 hours from the border to her place. I was at most a half hour from her house when I got pulled over. I think it was like 1 or 1:30, so maybe I left later than that. It's a 6-hour trip. Yeah, anyway, so I got pulled over in Canada, and I was like, oh, I don't know. My speedometer is miles per hour. They do kilometers, and I was like, people, I don't know. They were driving like, they were driving 20 kilometers an hour over, and so I fell in with them, and I think the guy was speeding just a touch. There were times that we were up about 100 miles an hour. Yeah, maybe not. We were holding 90. Anyway, at least. So, but we had slowed down. We were going through traffic, and I got pulled over, and the cop, he came up, he's like, have you been drinking? I was like, no, I don't do that. I've never had a drop of alcohol in my life. So I was like, no, I don't do that. Okay. And I was like, you want to do like a breathalyzer test? I am totally honest. I was like, I am kind of tired. I've been driving for the past 6 hours, and it's 1 in the morning, I think. So I'm a bit groggy. And he's like, well, and I was like, okay, so he's like, I'm not gonna give you a ticket, but just watch it or whatever. And thank you very much, officer. I think the Canadian Mounted Police, which I don't understand. Are they mounted because maybe it's because they have so much horsepower in their cars. That's why they're mounted on their horses. Gotcha. I'm on this one. Anyways, so he was just leaving, and I was like, oh, excuse me, sir. He's like, yeah. I was like, so am I allowed to go 20 kilometers an hour over? I've been following traffic, and they've been going 20 miles an hour over. And yes, a lot of traffic had been going 20 over. I had been following a truck that had been exceeding that. Yeah, we'll just leave it exceeding that. So, but when I got to where he was, I was going 20 over. Kilometers an hour, not miles per hour. So it's like 10 miles an hour, maybe 12. I don't know. Yeah. So this has gotten off a whole different topic. And I was like, can I go 20 over? And he just looked at me. He's like, I can only tell you to follow the traffic. And I was like, okay, that's from an officer. That's good enough for me, I guess. Okay, so when the cop is telling you to speed, are you sinning? Are you gonna go to hell because you're speeding, which is breaking the law, which is a sin? I don't know. This is a question that I don't. And like, so also think about this. I'm not married yet. I don't have any kids. But I've heard that sometimes when the woman is pregnant and she goes into labor, they have to get her to the hospital. And sometimes there are times that they are exceeding the speed limit, and they get to the hospital, and I don't think they cause accidents, but anyway, so they're speeding. So is it a sin for them to be speeding? Because they're trying to save their baby, their baby or their wife's life. Just a thought. Just I don't know. I think about this every once in a while, and I was like, oh. So this helps me drive. I love cruise control because I can lock it in on like the correct speed, and I'm going. But then cars get piled up behind me, and it's like, is my speedometer correct? Maybe it's actually 5 under, and I'm supposed to be going a lot faster. So yeah. But so think about this. So say my speedometer is correct, and you're going in the speed limit 70. Everybody around you is going 75. So do you go with the traffic, or like go with traffic so you don't cause an accident? I had a friend who got pulled over because he was going too slow. I don't know if he was going like 25 in a 70. I don't remember. This is 20 years ago. Maybe, no. This is like maybe 25 years ago. It's been a little while. So that's a total side note, in other words. Another thing. But yeah, just the thought of, am I going to hell because I'm speeding, because I'm going with the flow of traffic, so I'm not causing any accidents, but am I breaking the law